The origin of Franklin Richards. Let me explain. For the first time in Fantastic Four history, Franklin Richards is finally making it to the big screen in a team movie. So let's talk about his comic book origin. When the Fantastic Four got their powers, they were exposed to cosmic rays. Unfortunately, those same rays that gave Susan Storm the power to create force fields and go invisible also was complicating her ability to give birth. So when this was discovered, the boys of the team set out to solve this by going into the negative zone and stealing the control rod, using its energy to allow Reed and Sue's child to be delivered safely. He was then named Franklin Benjamin Richards, named after his grandfather and Reed's best friend, Benjamin Grimm. However, the influence of the cosmic rays did not stop at birth and had actually resulted in Franklin being born a mutant. Just like Marvel mutants, Franklin had powers, but unfortunately, due to the cosmic rays, Franklin gained the ability to use these powers much earlier than he was supposed to. And even more unfortunate, Franklin was incredibly powerful, as he can manipulate reality. The only saving grace was that Franklin's powers would scale with his age, or at least it was supposed to. At the start, Franklin could only use his powers for very small things, but the villain Annihilus kidnapped Franklin, putting him in a machine that would give Franklin the ability to use his full power set despite being a child. Annihilus would use this machine to try to kill the Fantastic Four, but it failed. However, Franklin was now one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, all while being a child. This meant that at any given moment, Franklin could lose control of his powers and destroy anything and everything. Fearing the worst, Reed made a very tough decision to put his son into a coma so he wouldn't be able to access his powers. During this, Reed would attempt to try to create a solution, but months after, Ultron attacked and caused Franklin's brain to kickstart and subconsciously start using his powers. These powers would then ironically defeat the android, and after that, Franklin woke up, seemingly back to normal as his powers returned to the appropriate level. But then, Franklin needed his full powers once more and willed himself into having the body of an adult, but he still had the mind of a child. This allowed Franklin to understand his full capabilities, and using those, he implanted dampers into his mind that would unlock his powers when he was psychologically mature and not physically like it was originally going to be. He then returned to being a child, and that is where I'll have to end the video, as this character has too great of a history to fit into less than 3 minutes.